Okay, you guys, so we're back. In this video, we're going to talk about 50 Cent is not yet done with Diddy. I told you guys he had more. I told you guys that 50 had a whole lot more up his sleeve, and his first move was the safest move because I think that was meant to ruffle Diddy's feathers a bit, but I think he has something heavier coming with. Now, if you guys have been living under a rock or in a cave, 50 Cent has released a 4-part docu-series on the life of Sean Diddy Combs, which he titles The Reckoning. And it just shows you how shady Diddy is, how dirty he is, and how, people around Diddy would just die, and each time someone died, Diddy would rise to fame, and it really has you wondering, where did he get all this money from? Because where's the work that Diddy has been doing? Like, how did he came by his wealth? Some of it we can see it, some of it we cannot see it, and it really has the internet reacting to a lot of things. It has the internet convinced that Diddy deleted Tupac as well as Biggie, and the docu-series, it has been trending. It went #1 right across the globe. It is still trending, and as such, 50 Cent is out here. He's doing press tour. Everyone wants to get him on their show. So most recently, 50 was on Sherry Shepherd's show. And Sherry Shepherd was like, 50, we know you're not done. We know you're petty. We know you have something else. So when are we going to get the rest? And he was like, I may release it on YouTube. And Sherry was like, what else do you have for us? And he's like, Diddy loves to, date people who he envies, women, because he dated Tupac Shakur ex-girlfriend. And that is Sarah Chapman, Chan's mom. So in the 90s, Sarah dated Tupac, and then Diddy squeezed himself in that equation, and Sarah and Diddy had, a child. It is also alleged that he dated Kidada on the radar. I don't know how factual that is, allegedly. And you guys know that Kidada is the girl that Tupac really, really loved. It is whispered that Kidada was the girl who was in the car with Mr. Suge Knight and Tupac on the night that Tupac was killed. It was alleged that the shooting that took place from outside the car that people believe landed Tupac in the hospital, none of those guns outside wasn't the bullet that hit Tupac. It is alleged that it was Kidada who was orchestrated to shoot Tupac that shot Tupac allegedly. It is alleged that it was the same Kidada who encouraged Tupac not to wear his vest because it was Las Vegas and it is hot and all of that jazz, allegedly, right? So, back to 50. 50 is letting Sherry Shepherd know that he's not done because Diddy loves to covet whatever people who are his enemy or his friends that he's been hypocritical with, things like their woman. And he's saying that he may release those clips, though not clips, but docu-series on YouTube, honey. He's saying YouTube may be the place of release. Let's take a look at this clip together. It's short, but very significant. And then I'll get back with the rest of my commentary.
In an area where he chooses to date people who he knows previously dated someone. He has a baby by a woman that was dating Tupac.
Wow.
To add to it, but we had to cut it down so he couldn't.
For time.
Yeah.
So are you coming out? I know next year is going to be a #2. Season 2?
I just put it on YouTube.
I just put it on YouTube. Well, we can subscribe and get it. I love it. The way you run, this cannot be all that you have. Is there other stuff that you just have not shown?
Yeah, well, everything couldn't make it was 4 episodes.
Right.
So it was a lot. You had to pick and choose things, like even in an area where he chooses to date people who he knows previously dated someone. He has a baby by a woman that was dating Tupac.
Wow.
To add to it, but we had to cut it down so he couldn't.
For time.
Yeah.
So are you coming out? I know next year is going to be a #2. Season 2?
I just put it on YouTube.
I just put it on YouTube. Well, we can subscribe and get it. I love it. The way you run.
So guys, 50 Cent saying, yes, he has more. He has a lot more to come with, and he may do it on YouTube. 50 wants to catch YouTube on fire, and maybe he's in discussion with YouTube to release a clip. But there's good money to be made on YouTube as well, because he's gonna rack up millions of views, maybe 1 billion views too. Maybe he's the one to outdo that Cat Williams and Shannon Sharp interview. I think if he releases it on YouTube, it's gonna outdo Shannon Sharp and Cat Williams interview, because we know that that was one of the most watched, podcasts in recent times. So I think he knows what he's doing, and I think that the reason why he wants to release the docu-series, the remaining portion of it on YouTube, is because it's a lot messier and a lot more salacious. And don't think that Diddy can get it deleted off YouTube with his legal team. No. Once it's doing well, YouTube is going to say it is freedom of expression and freedom of press. And YouTube is going to give them 101 reason why they cannot take it down. Even if they go to court, YouTube is not going to take it down. YouTube is going to ensure that those docu-series run their course on the platform, and they're going to ensure that it stays. Do you guys remember when, Beyonce's mom, Tina Knowles got Candace Owens' fact check on Instagram for that video that she did when Candace Owens was alleging that Beyonce was paid millions of dollars for her campaign, rally that she did, providing support to Kamala Harris. Tina Knowles was able to get Candace Owens' video fact-checked and deleted from Instagram. And Tina Knowles was like, the other platforms refuse to do the right thing. But it's not that the other platforms refuse to do the right thing. YouTube has a platform that allows you to say, the things that I'm saying is in my opinion. I don't have any evidence to support it. And Candace Owens made it clear that it was allegedly. She wasn't saying that she knows for a fact. So based on the YouTube terms and policies, Candace Owens' video did not violate any community rules or guidelines, and as such, Tina Knowles could not get it deleted from YouTube. It's going to be the same thing with this clip that, this series. Why do I keep saying clip? Series that 50 Cent might be planning to release on YouTube. He's going to have his disclaimer out there. And once he has his disclaimer to support him and to back him up, he will be able to release it on YouTube, and Diddy and his legal team will not be able to take it down from the YouTube platform. And that's just the way it is. So if he's saying YouTube, it is automatically because it's going to be more salacious. We're going to go into the part of Diddy's sex life, the sex tape, and it's not the allegations of, someone put in a court document that Sean Diddy Combs and his bodyguard allegedly assaulted Aubrey O'Day. It's not going to be like that clean. It's going to be more raw. It's going to be more salacious. And it's just going to have all the messy things in terms of Diddy's sex life, the allegations, and Diddy allegedly deleting other people. I believe that is what 50 is about to come with. I believe that when 50, because I said it to you guys the moment he dropped the docu-series and I reacted to it. For my people who have been keeping up over here, you guys know that I said he has a lot more where that is coming from. And anyone who knows how 50 worked knows that 50 has something even darker on Diddy that is waiting on the last. He's going to release that on the last minute. And if Diddy tries to, if Diddy makes a move, because remember, Diddy has threatened 50 Cent. He sent him that funeral floral arrangement. And if Diddy actually used anyone to make a move on 50 Cent is going to release something extremely dark on Diddy that we haven't even heard of or even can think of or begin to imagine. So look out for it. And remember that I told you guys you heard it here first. But as it relates to the salacious part of Diddy's life and how Diddy dates his enemy's women, it's coming out. 50 Cent is going to release it. And I do believe that he's going to do so on YouTube. And I do believe that he might be in talks to do it on YouTube. And I can't wait. I cannot wait. 50 knows what's going on. 50 knows that people has to pay a pretty penny for the Netflix subscription, and he knows it's holding back a lot of people, and he wants as many people as possible to see Diddy's dirty deeds, dirty behavior, dirty history, and he is gonna be the catalyst in all of this. Sometimes people say, oh, 50 has the same lifestyle. Why? No, 50 doesn't have the same lifestyle. I've never heard of 50 saving the semen of another man to rub on his chest. I've never heard that. So if you want to come at 50, you have to use something else. You can always say it's alleged that he has put his hands on women. Yeah, we have heard that. But I've never heard of 50 saving the semen of a man to put on his chest. So if you're going to come for 50, you're going to have to do better than that. But anywho, that's all I have to say about that for this video. We're going to talk some more in the comments section. Peace.